G'day everybody, it's me again. Thought I'd show you guys the kingpin job that I'm going to do. Some random bits and pieces here to do the job. Bushings, seals, cap. Yep, full bushing, seals and caps there. The bearing itself, some spacers. Guessing I'm going to have to put them in the right order or the right number to get it right. Figure that one out as I go. And of course the kingpin itself. Nicely packed, I must say. Japanese shit. So there's the pin itself. That's where the set bolt goes. Little grease passage there, I'd say. And yeah. Never done a bloody kingpin job before, so well, I have done it, but I'm much smaller. So I'll have to see how I go with it. The first step here, let this outrigger out, which has started leaking oil on me, the fucker. I'm gonna have to redo the seal on that hydraulic ram. That's just there for a bit of support. Got a jack stand under the spring and a jack under the axle, so should be all good. And get the big rattle gun out, water drive, and gonna get these wheel nuts off. Fix my three-phase, so the big compressor is working again, thank fuck. The other little compressor really wasn't doing a very good job at all of running the rattle gun. I gotta remember which way these are, because the right hand's on this side. Oh, I got no air still. Damn it. Where's that not plugged in? Yeah, that won't do the trick, will it? Fun and games. Don't plug that fucker in. Yeah, should have plug it. Stuff. This is going to need two hands, isn't it? Alrighty, so I got the wheel off. Now next is to undo these keeper bolts. Take that plate out, then undo that big bolt there, and that will let me slide the whole drum off. And that will give me access to all the brakes, because I've got to remove the drum and all the brakes to be able to take the knuckle in for pressing. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a heavy job, a bit time consuming, but it's not what I'd call impossible or anything, you know. It's not. It kind of is one of those jobs that I wish I could just take to a mechanic and say, yeah, okay, it's going to cost me $100, just do it. But yeah, so I'm just going to have to solder on, get into it, get it apart, and next I'll show you the brakes. Alrighty, so the drum's off, came off pretty easily. Brakes weren't overly adjusted or anything, so it just slid off. The bearing keeper nut just came off real nice and easy too. Good sign. Could use a bit of new grease in here, which I'll do when I put it back together. Apart from that, it's not so bad. Plenty of meat left on the pads. Plenty. They were done not long ago by the looks. They're your slave cylinders. You notice they're much larger than a car. They're almost like, you know, what, probably 5 times the size of what you get in a car. That's your adjuster there. That pushes that pad up against the drum or the shoe. This one does the opposite here, pushes this one out, and of course these use a leading edge, trailing edge system, which means they actually bite into the drum upon when you push the brake pedal. It actually helps the shoes dig into the drum and help you with the effort a little bit. So what I'll have to do now is I might be lucky, I might just be able to pop that brake line off and then just undo these 4, and then that'll just all come off. Hopefully I don't have to dismantle it too much. That would really make my day if that would happen. Of course, sometimes it doesn't work the way you plan. Hopefully this bearing just comes out. Maybe that's been pressed on, I don't know. We'll just have to see how I go here, and yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. Almost there, really. once I get all this off, it's very easy to get access to the rest of it behind, and obviously get access to the actual knuckle itself. So let's see how I go. Okay, so it's starting to come apart here nice and easily. Almost got access to the pin. Got the shoes out. All of the other brake hardware I've just put off to the back there, so it's not hanging on the lines. Don't damage the line. Also, that way I don't need to disconnect the line and don't need to bleed it again afterwards, which is a bonus. But from what I can see, I have to do here is taking the top off. You can see the pin there in the middle. All that grease is fucked. Have to take out the set bolt here, which I believe goes all the way through. Yeah, that actually holds the pin in place. Once I do that, I think I can take the nut out, or the bolt out of the bottom, and then it should pretty much be able to be knocked out, I think. Hopefully, because it's that worn, it'll be, you know, hopefully because it's so worn it'll just fall out. So I'll see how I go with that, and yeah, I'll show you the result. Alrighty, so I'm definitely getting there. Hasn't taken anywhere near as long as I thought, but that what you call a set bolt there, it stops the pin moving up and down too far, and it's quite stuck at the moment. So I'm going to clean this all up a bit, and then I'm going to heat it up a bit with the torch and see if it'll come loose. Yeah, basically I've got to knock it back through that way to get the pin out, so see how I go with it. Well, there we go. Like usual, bit of heat and treat works the charm. It's now come out nearly 3/4 odd of an inch, and should be able to get a drift in there and just drift it through now. So what I thought could have been a bit of a disaster here isn't. It's all good. So I'm going to keep going with it. I undid that bottom knuckle nut there. I'm going to knock that through before I disassemble it all together, just to make things a bit easier for myself. And yeah, nearly there, fellas, nearly there. After I get all this out, of course, I'll have to send it off to Pete's to machine the press the bushes in there and hone them to make sure they're nice and straight and all that. Make sure the pin fits nicely, and yeah, nearly there. Oh well, I've cracked the shits with this one for today. I'm going to have another crack at it tomorrow. I can move the pin either way about 3/4, half an inch, and it just seems to be sticking on something, so I'm going to wait till tomorrow. New mind, new set of thoughts, try again. There's no point just me keep reefing on it and hammering it. I'm just going to end up either damaging something else, breaking something else, or doing something silly, hurting myself. So yeah, I'll make this as a part 1, and I'll finish the job tomorrow, and that can be the part 2. So thanks for watching.